And welcome back, guys, and this is Mike Rato, and welcome to a new episode of our What If series. And for today, we're going to talk about Zack Ryder. Since today we're going to talk about Zack Ryder, the guy who actually put himself over the usage of internet to the fans' eyes, who actually they support him in every episode of Monday Night Raw or SmackDown by cheering his name, while today's topic actually focuses also on the WWE banning, preventing the wrestlers to use this type of platforms. And yeah, this type of platforms actually elevated Ryder in 2011. So let's go back to our what if. Putting yourself over does not guarantee that the management will like it, because the WWE, I believe at the time, they have their storylines for the year. Like they have this plan, rivalries, feuds, and etc. And unfortunately for them, they have a person who actually is a thorn by their side, and that is Zack Ryder for that time. Yes, I am thinking out of the box, and yes, this actually caused problems with their plans, and that eventually put Ryder over, but eventually burned him because they don't have long-term plans for Ryder, because the WWE believes that they have another plans for those years. They have another piles of champions that they want to focus in, and not some guy who the internet actually put over with because of his talents, because of his videos on the internet. Ryder becomes over with the fans in 2011. They cheered for him, as I told you, and the WWE does not kind of appreciate this type of dilemma that they are facing, because they think that this is more of a problem rather than an opportunity for that time, and not all of the higher ups are actually okay with it. Though I think others are okay with it, but not all are okay with it. So yeah, I'm going to talk about Zack Ryder's push to the top, and also this what if is called What If the WWE did not bury Zack Ryder in 2011 and 2012. First of all, this is my personal take on this what if. So this is my own also take for his career path. So we may differ in ideas, but you can also put your ideas on the comment section below. Well, let's start with this. Zack Ryder defeats Dolph Ziggler in TLC, I believe. After that match, Dolph Ziggler will actually have his rematch, which eventually it will lead to Zack Ryder defeating Dolph Ziggler. And as for Zack Ryder's next feud, well, it is also Vicky's advocate, or the person she is actually managing at that time, and that is Jack Swagger. They will have this feud where WWE will have this idea that they made the crowd more invested in Zack Ryder, because Zack Ryder is destroying Vicky verbally, and she is actually having her manager skills to have anyone to destroy Zack Ryder. And for this case, it is Jack Swagger. But unfortunately for Jack Swagger, even though he is dominating the whole feud, he can't get the job done. So a lot of matches between these two, with Jack Swagger ultimately destroying Zack Ryder. But on the final moments of the match, either Ryder will win it via roll up, or someone will distract them, someone's babyface. So the next feud for Zack Ryder is actually the WWE will think of a someone of an enhancement talent. So they can also put David Otunga, Justin Gabriel, or whoever is in the lower mid card scene to feud with Zack Ryder. And for this time also, I think before that feud, Zack Ryder will have this small open challenge moments where he will actually win those matches and he will have his next feud there, which is at this time in the form of David Otunga. I know that David Otunga is in the lower mid-card scene, which is excellent for this feud because he can have his heel hit and the audience will support Ryder. And for that case, because of the audience supporting Ryder, he will be more over than ever. So Zack Ryder will win that mini feud, eventually going versus Justin Gabriel for a face versus face feud, which also it is a mini feud, which also elevates also the lower mid card talents, which a lot of talents will have the opportunity to have the spotlights on them because we will have their own TV time. So yes, Zack Ryder will have these mini feuds and he will have this huge feud also with SmackDown's heels, which will also go to Raw, which eventually he will overcome these people, and by SmackDown heels is also an enhancement talent for that time because we need to build Ryder until WrestleMania 28. WrestleMania 28, Zack Ryder will not be involved in the Team Teddy versus Team Johnny match. Instead, Zack Ryder will face someone who is actually a credible heel. And for this time, I want to put the title on Mark Henry. Yes, I know it is strange, but if you think about it, and also I know that Mark Henry comes from the Hall of Pain, and putting the United States Championship on him, I don't think that it will be helpful enough. But if he will destroy the whole mid-card scene and holding a title by the chance, why won't we have them as the guy who will be on a threat in the mid-card scene, and he can actually go for the main title if WWE doesn't have a plan for Mark Henry at this time. And also he has this mini feud with CM Punk after Jericho's or during Jericho's feud with him. Why not have the United States Championship on him for the meantime, so that even though he has a lot of things to do in Raw or SmackDown, while he is still holding a title. And Zack Ryder will eventually lose it to Mark Henry because of those dominant stands of the Hall of Pain. And to end that feud, if WWE also allows this, well, Zack Ryder will be involved in the Hall of Pain, which Mark Henry will put him on the sidelines. So yeah, I know that sudden push was suddenly over because I just put him on the Hall of Pain. But if you think about it, if you lose the title to a credible threat and a former world champion, will that elevate your stock and a dominant heel in 2011 if we also put it on 2012? Well, yeah, it's amazing what Mark Henry can do with the title. And if that suck in your eyes, if the idea is not going well through your mind that I put it on a veteran like Henry, well, I have another scenario for this, which I will start to talk about right now. My second scenario for Zack Ryder which he will lose the title to, is The Miz. Well, wait, I know that The Miz at this time is loose on the mid card, and yeah, he kind of bounced back in Raw 1000 in terms of momentum because of the matches that he actually lost from January up to July. Well, let's give it to The Miz, because if someone who actually deserves a title run, and that is The Miz, because A, they can build him as a cocky heel just like what he is during that time. And to think about it, if someone who is over with the fans and you beat him to a pop to win your third United States title, why not The Miz for all those people? Like, he has the skills, he has the promo skills, he even isn't that much injured when it comes to his WWE career. He's not that much of a liability, and he can do heel promos and heel stuff during his run, which eventually will put the crowd and put the most hate as him as possible. As the audience will hate him, the children will hate him. So The Miz will eventually win the title at WrestleMania 28. I mean, it is coincidental that he won the title, he retained the title, the WWE title at WrestleMania 27. Why not win something at WrestleMania 28? And the United States Championship, when he actually, I'm not sure if he won at WrestleMania 25 or he lost that match. At 26, he retained the tag team titles. At 27, he retained the WWE title. Why not 28? Win the United States Championship. And just like in real life, he will also win the Intercontinental Championship in WrestleMania 29. But I know that he will win the Intercontinental Championship against Christian. That's why during this time, the title frame for the Miz, the title land for the Miz is during April until before June or July, so that he will challenge also for the Intercontinental Championship, and he will have his mini feud and mini chase for the title. Yeah. So that's the two person who I think Zack Ryder can lose the title to. I know that most of Ryder's feuds at this time is more of an enhancement talent, except for Jack Swagger, and also just to give them the spotlight and to give their salaries worth it. Like, they have this TV time where they will be also exposed with all of their talents shown on live television. And Zack Ryder having this open challenges during those times that he has this United States Championship, will that be a good thing? That everyone on the roster will have their share TV time, and if the WWE audience will be more invested on Ryder because of accepting these challenges and having these challenges, well, I don't know what is. So, and eventually by having two former world champions who I have two scenarios for Zack Ryder to lose the title with. Will that be fun that he actually lost the title? I mean, not fun. Will that be a good thing that he lost the title at a former world champion's hands? A credible heel, a hateable heel, a destructive heel like Mark Henry, a cocky heel, the one you want to boo during his time on television, and that's The Miz. Wouldn't you want that to happen if the champion loses the title to begin with on those two? So that is my two scenarios on how Zack Ryder will lose the title at WrestleMania 28. I know that I ended the title reign at WrestleMania 28, but if you think about it, it is long, and the title reign is long from TLC up to WrestleMania. At least he has his moment at WrestleMania, which he will actually return to the mid-card scene as for Zack Ryder, or he will go back to the undercard for the next few years, where which he will win the Intercontinental title and the tag team titles later on in his career, and later live for AEW. And yes, I'm not sure if I did bury him also in the storyline or I did elevate him, but at least I made a story for him during this time. And if you think about it, that's a title reign that he deserves because he wants to have a good title reign. Everyone wants to have a good title reign. And as for Zack Ryder, well, I give him that long, lengthy title reign. I think it is good also for the United States Championship because it is more televised on television. Unlike with Shinsuke Nakamura, he won the title and never was on television. That's the beauty of having a title reign which you are also involved on television instead of jobbing or having the title but also mistreated at the same time, or having the title and not even televised at pay-per-views or simple small events, or you're actually defending the title on live events but not even shown on television. So this is my what if. I hope you enjoyed this what if. This is what if Zack Ryder was not buried in 2012. So did you enjoy this series? I hope you do. Like this video, share this video, and comment down below. And also, which of my preferred scenarios would you want to happen if Ryder is to lose his title? To The Miz, to Mark Henry. Also, I have this third scenario which I will summarize this third scenario before I end this video, and that is for Wade Barrett. And I know WWE likes to put the title on foreign heels, but if you think about it, Wade Barrett is also a dominant first part of the year. If you made him also the United States champion, he will have a huge hit because he can cut promos that UK is better than America, like those type of stuff. You know how heels will generate heat, and how the audience will boo them for their actions. So that's my third scenario. So that is my three scenarios. And also because Wade Barrett is a former leader of Nexus, the core, and he defeated main event players and he fought with main event players, main event stars. That's why this is my third scenario. And did you like this video? I hope you subscribe. And that's the last part of my scenarios. Which superstar you want Zack Ryder to lose the title with? Mark Henry, The Miz, or Wade Barrett? Comment down below and like this video. And thank you for watching.